Lesson 1: A Hero's Journey.
Have you heard about the medical officer who joined the army during World War I?
I have not. What inspired him to enlist in the Army Medical Corps?
He felt a strong sense of duty to help those in need.
That is admirable. Medicine is such a vital field, especially in times of war.
Indeed. He reached France shortly after enlisting.
That must have been quite an adjustment for him. What did he encounter?
He faced the realities of war firsthand, which were often shocking.
I can only imagine the challenges he encountered on the front lines.
Yes. He treated countless soldiers, providing them with care and hope.
It takes immense courage to work in such dangerous conditions.
Absolutely. His dedication saved many lives during that difficult time.
Did he have any special training before joining?
He had completed his medical studies, which prepared him well.
That must have been invaluable knowledge to have.
It certainly was. He learned to remain calm under pressure.
That is an essential skill in medicine, especially in emergencies.
His experiences also taught him the importance of empathy.
Yes, understanding patients' emotions can greatly aid in healing.
After the war, he continued to serve in medicine, helping others.
His journey is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit.
Indeed. It is inspiring to see how one person can make a difference.
I believe stories like his deserve to be told and remembered.
Absolutely. They remind us of the sacrifices made for peace.
And they highlight the power of compassion in times of crisis.
Let us honor those who served by sharing their stories.
Lesson 2: Perfecting Presentations.
Hi there. I noticed you have been working on the presentation.
Yes, I have been putting in quite a bit of effort. How about you?
I am working on my section as well. What topic are you focusing on?
I am covering the market analysis. It is quite extensive, but fascinating.
That sounds interesting. I cannot wait to see the data you have gathered.
Thank you. I believe it will provide valuable insights for our audience.
Absolutely. Clear data can help support our arguments effectively.
What is your topic, if I may ask?
I am focusing on our proposed strategies. I want to present them clearly.
That is crucial. Strategies should be actionable and easy to understand.
I agree. I am also trying to make my slides visually appealing.
Visuals can enhance understanding, indeed. Are you using any specific tools?
I am using a combination of graphics and concise bullet points.
That is a great approach. It keeps the audience engaged.
Yes. I want to avoid overwhelming them with too much text.
Exactly. A balance between information and visuals is key.
Have you practiced your part yet?
Not yet, but I plan to do a run-through later today.
I recommend practicing in front of a mirror. It helps with confidence.
That is an excellent tip. I shall try that.
Would you like to practice together later?
I would appreciate that. It can be beneficial to receive feedback.
Absolutely. Two minds are better than one, especially in presentations.
Yes. I feel more confident when I know someone is there to support me.
And I feel the same way. Let us help each other shine.
Together, we can create a presentation that impresses everyone.
Yes. I am excited to see how it all comes together.
Lesson 3: Mastering Note-Taking.
I must admit, I do not know how to take notes effectively.
You are not alone. Many students struggle with that.
I worry that the teachers might be mean if I ask for help.
That is a common fear, but most teachers appreciate questions.
True. I remember when Natalie rambled on during her presentation.
Yes. It was quite a lengthy speech. Did you manage to take any notes?
I tried, but I ended up confused by all the information.
That happens often. It is important to focus on key points.
How do you identify those key points when someone is speaking so fast?
I usually listen for repeated ideas or phrases. They are often significant.
That is a great strategy. What about when the teacher goes off topic?
In that case, I jot down anything that seems interesting.
That could be useful for future discussions.
Exactly. It might even spark a new thought or question.
What if I miss something important while writing?
You can always ask for clarification after class.
That makes sense. I should not be afraid to speak up.
Absolutely. Participation can enhance your learning experience.
I will try to be more proactive in my classes.
Good idea. You will gain confidence in no time.
And I can learn better note-taking techniques from others.
Yes. Sharing tips can help everyone improve.
Thank you for the encouragement. I feel more motivated now.
I am glad to hear that. Let us conquer the classroom together.
Together, we will become note-taking experts.
Lesson 4: The Joy of Travel.
I cannot believe we are finally about to board the plane.
It is thrilling, is it not? Our adventure begins soon.
Yes. And I am certain your family will be happy to hear about our journey.
They will be ecstatic. They love to hear about my travels.
What do you think they will find most exciting?
I believe they will be curious about the food and culture of our destination.
Food is always a favorite topic. Have you tried any local dishes before?
I have, and they were delightful. Each place has its unique flavors.
That sounds wonderful. I cannot wait to experience new cuisines.
You will love it. Trying new foods is one of the best parts of traveling.
I will make sure to take plenty of pictures to share with everyone.
That is a great idea. Memories captured in photos are priceless.
And I can already imagine the reactions when we return.
Yes. They will want to hear every detail of our adventure.
Do you think they will be jealous of our experiences?
Perhaps a little. But I believe they will be happy for us as well.
Exactly. Sharing our joy can be just as fulfilling.
I agree. Plus, it might inspire them to travel more.
That would be wonderful. Travel opens up a world of possibilities.
And it strengthens family bonds, does it not?
Absolutely. Exploring together creates lasting memories.
Speaking of memories, what is the first thing you plan to do when we arrive?
I want to visit the famous market and try their street food.
That sounds perfect. I can already imagine the vibrant atmosphere.
Yes. Let us make the most of every moment.
Absolutely. Adventure awaits, and I am ready for it.
Together, we shall create stories to share for years to come.
Lesson 5: The Essence of Democracy.
I have been thinking a lot about democracy lately.
It is indeed a fascinating topic. What aspects are you considering?
I believe no nation, not even the great United States, can claim to be perfect in its democratic practices.
That is a thought-provoking statement. What do you mean by that?
Well, democracy requires constant vigilance and participation from its citizens.
Absolutely. It is not enough to simply vote, one must stay informed and engaged.
Precisely. A healthy democracy relies on active citizen involvement.
What challenges do you think democracies face today?
Misinformation is a significant issue. It can distort public perception.
Yes. It is crucial to verify information before forming opinions.
Another challenge is apathy among voters. Many do not feel their voices matter.
That is unfortunate. Every vote indeed has the power to make a difference.
Yes. Encouraging civic participation is essential for a thriving democracy.
What can individuals do to promote this participation?
They can start by engaging in community discussions and attending local meetings.
That is a great idea. Grassroots movements can lead to substantial change.
And sharing knowledge about rights and responsibilities is vital.
Education plays a key role in empowering citizens.
Indeed. The more informed people are, the better decisions they can make.
What do you believe is the most important right in a democracy?
I think freedom of expression is fundamental. It allows for diverse opinions.
I agree. It fosters an environment where dialogue can flourish.
And without dialogue, how can we solve the issues we face?
Precisely. We need to listen to each other to create solutions.
Let us encourage our friends to engage in these discussions as well.
Yes. Together, we can strengthen the fabric of democracy.
I am hopeful that more people will realize their role in this process.
Lesson 6: The Hunt for Treasures.
Look at all these fascinating items. I believe we may find some treasures here.
I agree. It will be exciting to share our discoveries with each other.
What type of treasure are you hoping to find?
I am particularly interested in vintage jewelry. It tells such beautiful stories.
Vintage jewelry can be stunning. I am hoping to find unique artifacts.
That sounds intriguing. What kind of artifacts are you interested in?
Perhaps some old coins or historical documents. They hold a lot of history.
That is true. Each item has its own journey. Do you have a specific era in mind?
I am fascinated by the Victorian era. Their craftsmanship is remarkable.
I understand. The details in their work are truly exquisite.
Have you ever attended an auction? It is thrilling to see treasures being bid on.
I have not, but it sounds exhilarating. I would love to experience that.
It is quite intense. You feel the excitement in the air as bids rise.
I can only imagine. How do you prepare for such events?
Research is essential. Knowing the value of items helps in bidding wisely.
That is excellent advice. Preparation can make a significant difference.
Speaking of preparations, shall we look for items in this shop?
Yes, let us explore every corner. Who knows what we might find?
I just spotted an interesting old map. I must check it out.
Maps can be very valuable. They often reveal hidden histories.
Exactly. I shall see if it has any unique markings or stories behind it.
I will search for vintage postcards. They can be quite charming.
That sounds delightful. Let us meet back here in a little while.
Yes. I look forward to sharing our treasures and stories.
Together, we may uncover the hidden gems of this shop.
Lesson 7: Negotiating with Confidence.
I believe it is essential to be confident yet tactful during negotiations.
Absolutely. Confidence can make a significant difference in how you are perceived.
Yes. How do you suggest we express our desire for fair compensation?
I think it is important to do thorough research beforehand.
That makes sense. Knowing the market value of our roles is crucial.
Exactly. It gives us a solid foundation for our requests.
How should we approach the conversation with our manager?
I recommend starting with positive feedback about the company.
That is a good idea. It sets a constructive tone for the discussion.
Yes. Then, we can transition into our value and contributions.
Highlighting our achievements will strengthen our case.
Precisely. It shows that we are worth the investment.
What if the manager seems hesitant or defensive?
In that case, we should remain calm and listen to their concerns.
Active listening can help to build rapport, I suppose.
Indeed. It demonstrates that we value their perspective.
How can we express our desire for fair compensation without sounding demanding?
We can phrase it as a mutual benefit for both parties.
That is clever. It presents our request as a partnership.
Yes. We are all working towards the success of the company.
I feel more prepared for this conversation already.
I am glad to hear that. Confidence coupled with tact is powerful.
Together, we can navigate this negotiation successfully.
Absolutely. Let us aim for a fair outcome that reflects our worth.
Here's to confident negotiations and fair compensation.
Lesson 8: Women in the 1920s.
I recently read that the medical practices of the 1920s were more a reflection of physicians' cultural assumptions about women's place in society.
That is intriguing. How did those assumptions influence medical care for women?
Many physicians believed that women were too delicate for certain treatments.
That sounds quite limiting. Did it affect their access to healthcare?
Absolutely. Many women were not taken seriously when they sought treatment.
That is deeply concerning. Were there any notable changes during that decade?
Yes. The 1920s marked the beginning of a shift in women's rights.
I have heard that the suffrage movement gained significant momentum then.
Exactly. Women fought hard for the right to vote, which empowered them.
Did this empowerment extend to the medical field as well?
It began to, but it was a slow process. More women entered medical schools, though.
That is encouraging. Did society's views change alongside this progress?
Gradually, yes. The flapper movement challenged traditional norms for women.
Flappers were quite bold. They represented a new era of freedom.
Indeed. They symbolized a rejection of outdated societal expectations.
How fascinating! It is essential to recognize how these changes impacted healthcare.
Absolutely. Women began advocating for their own health and rights.
That must have been empowering for many women at the time.
It truly was. They started to demand better treatment and respect.
What challenges do you think they still face despite these advancements?
Many women continued to encounter biases within the medical profession.
That is disheartening. Change often takes time, even after progress is made.
Yes, but the groundwork laid in the 1920s was crucial for future generations.
I agree. It is inspiring to see how far women have come since then.
Let us continue to learn about these historical changes and their impacts.
Absolutely. Understanding the past helps us appreciate the present.
Together, we can share these stories and empower others.
Lesson 9: Building Leadership Skills.
I have been thinking about my career lately. I am considering taking courses on leadership.
That sounds like a fantastic idea. Leadership skills are essential in any field.
I believe so. I want to enhance my ability to inspire and motivate others.
That is a noble goal. Have you looked into specific courses yet?
Yes, I have found a few online programs that seem promising.
Online courses offer great flexibility. What topics do they cover?
They focus on communication, team dynamics, and conflict resolution.
Those are crucial skills. Understanding team dynamics can significantly improve collaboration.
Exactly. I also plan to join professional networking groups.
Networking is a brilliant way to connect with like-minded individuals.
I agree. It can open doors to new opportunities and insights.
Have you identified any specific groups to join?
I am considering a local chapter of a leadership organization.
That sounds perfect. Engaging with professionals can provide valuable perspectives.
Yes. I hope to learn from their experiences and share my own.
Sharing experiences fosters growth for everyone involved.
It does. Plus, it can lead to potential mentorship opportunities.
Mentorship can be incredibly beneficial. Learning from someone experienced is invaluable.
I am excited about the possibilities ahead.
You should be. Investing in your skills is always worthwhile.
Thank you. I hope to make meaningful connections along the way.
You will. Your enthusiasm will attract others to you.
I appreciate your encouragement. It motivates me to take action.
Remember, every step towards improvement is a step in the right direction.
I will keep that in mind. Let us support each other in our journeys.
Absolutely. Together, we can achieve our goals and flourish.
Here's to our future success in leadership and networking.
Lesson 10: Understanding Perspectives.
Today, what strikes us most is our common experience as humans.
I completely agree. Shared experiences can unite us across cultures.
For instance, the story of how Europeans explored new lands is quite telling.
Yes. It was a time of both adventure and significant consequences.
Exactly. Many sought opportunities, while others faced displacement.
That duality is important to recognize. Exploration can have a dark side.
Absolutely. It is essential to view history from multiple perspectives.
How do you think we can better understand those different viewpoints?
Engaging with diverse narratives is a great start.
Yes. Documentaries and books can provide valuable insights.
I also believe discussions with people from various backgrounds are key.
That is a wonderful suggestion. Personal stories can be enlightening.
They often reveal emotions and experiences that statistics cannot capture.
Exactly. It adds depth to our understanding of historical events.
What about the impact of technology on our perspectives today?
Technology has certainly changed how we share and receive information.
It has made it easier to connect with others globally, has it not?
Yes. Social media allows us to witness events in real time.
However, it can also lead to misinformation, which is concerning.
That is true. We must be critical of the information we consume.
Balancing perspective and fact is essential in today's world.
Indeed. How we frame our narratives shapes public understanding.
I hope more people will seek to understand different perspectives.
Yes. Empathy can lead to more compassionate societies.
Together, we can foster a culture of understanding and respect.
Absolutely. Let us continue to explore these important topics.
Here's to expanding our perspectives and learning from one another.
Lesson 11: Mastering Public Speaking.
I believe public speaking skills are essential in today's world.
Absolutely. Practice is key to becoming a confident speaker.
Yes. I suggest starting with small groups to ease into it.
That is a great idea. Smaller audiences can be less intimidating.
Exactly. What tips do you have for someone beginning their public speaking journey?
I recommend knowing your material well. It helps reduce anxiety.
That is very true. Familiarity can boost one's confidence.
Also, practicing in front of friends can provide valuable feedback.
Yes. Constructive criticism is essential for improvement.
And friends can help you feel more comfortable.
What about body language? How important is it during a speech?
Body language is crucial. It conveys confidence and engages the audience.
I agree. Maintaining eye contact can make a big difference.
It helps create a connection between the speaker and the audience.
What techniques do you use to manage nervousness?
I take deep breaths and visualize a successful presentation.
Visualization sounds powerful. I shall try that technique.
It can also help to remember that the audience wants you to succeed.
That is a comforting thought. They are there to learn from us.
Exactly. They are not there to judge, they are interested in our message.
Have you ever faced a challenging audience?
Yes. Once, a group was particularly restless, but I adapted my approach.
How did you manage that?
I engaged them with questions to spark their interest.
That is a clever strategy. Interaction can keep the audience engaged.
Yes. It makes the experience more dynamic for everyone involved.
I feel more motivated to practice my public speaking skills now.
I am glad to hear that. Together, we can help each other improve.
Yes. Let us commit to practicing regularly and supporting one another.
Lesson 12, New Beginnings.
I cannot believe I am talking about this again. This is great.
It truly is. You have a big new home now. How does it feel?
It feels incredible. There is so much space to enjoy.
I can imagine. What do you plan to do with all that space?
I am thinking of setting up a cozy reading nook by the window.
That sounds delightful. A perfect spot for relaxation and a good book.
Yes. And I want to create a game room for friends and family.
A game room will be a fantastic addition. What games will you have?
I plan to include board games, video games, and a pool table.
You will be the host of the year. Everyone will want to visit.
I hope so. I want to make it a welcoming place for gatherings.
That is a wonderful idea. A home filled with laughter is always special.
Exactly. I also want to decorate each room with personal touches.
Personalizing your space will make it feel truly like home.
I agree. I am considering a theme for the living room.
A theme? That sounds intriguing. What do you have in mind?
I am thinking of a vintage travel theme with maps and souvenirs.
That sounds charming. It will spark interesting conversations.
I hope so. I love hearing stories about places people have been.
You will have plenty of stories to share in your new home.
I certainly hope so. I am excited for this new chapter in my life.
It is a fresh start, and I am thrilled for you.
Thank you. I appreciate your support as I settle in.
Anytime. Let us plan a housewarming party soon.
Yes. That would be a great way to celebrate and show off the new place.
Count me in. I cannot wait to see your vision come to life.
Together, we will create a space filled with joy and memories.
Lesson 13, Cooking Together.
I believe I have everything ready for dinner, but wait. I forgot the milk.
Almost everything, then. That is a common mistake, is it not?
It truly is. I always seem to forget one essential item.
No problem. You can get it next time you go to the store.
Yes, but I really wanted to make that creamy pasta sauce tonight.
I understand. Creamy sauces do need milk.
Perhaps I could substitute with something else.
Do you have any cream or yogurt? They could work as alternatives.
I do have some yogurt. Would that taste good in the sauce?
It could add a nice tanginess. Let us give it a try.
That sounds adventurous. I love experimenting in the kitchen.
Me too. Cooking is often about being creative and resourceful.
Exactly. Sometimes mistakes lead to delicious discoveries.
Have you ever created a dish by accident that turned out great?
Yes. Once, I mixed leftovers and ended up with a fantastic stir fry.
That is a wonderful example. Those happy accidents are the best.
I will remember that next time I forget an ingredient.
And I will remind you that creativity can save the day.
With yogurt in the sauce, I am feeling optimistic now.
Let us not forget to taste as we go. That is essential.
Absolutely. Tasting is the secret to perfecting any dish.
Here's to a successful dinner, even without the milk.
Yes. Let us create something delicious together.